Hey guys, this is David from Team Woven. I just went to the LA Regionals yesterday and I was able to get top 32 with Subterrors. Um, no one expected that. I didn't even expect that, to be honest. I got 30th place. I faced, my matchups were like 2 Pure Zoo, 2 Dino, like Dino Zoo, True Kings and all that, and then 1 Ding Long Turbo, a Fluffle, um, and then like 3 60 card decks towards the end, like I think it was Infernoid Zoo, Paleo Zoo, and then the last one was Melfo Zoo, and I know there was like maybe 1 or 2 more, but I just can't remember. It was 10 rounds, which was a lot, and I went 8-2, so X2, and yeah, I wasn't expecting to do as well with this deck. I was gonna play like Dino Zoo, maybe just something for fun. I wasn't really taking it too seriously, but then I started actually winning and winning certain games, and I was just like, okay, you know what? Like, I'm actually like gonna see how far I could take this, and I was able to make it a top. So this is what I was playing. 3 Archer. This is like, in my build at least, this is what makes everything synergize well. It brings together the Zoo. I play Zoo in here, and I also play the Earth True King, so you use Barrage to pop this, or you use the True King to pop it, and that's what, like, when you're Zoo comboing and you draw into this, if you haven't used your normal, you normal this, you could dry and pop it on your own turn, or if you have the Earth True King after like drawing however many times with the combo, that's what makes, like, that's kind of like what you're going with in this deck. This card's super busted. I'm not sure about next format though, with the new support, how we're gonna go about it, but at least for this build, I'm playing 2 Nemesis Warrior. Nemesis Warrior is super good. You just want to try to get this in a rotation as fast as you can, because your Subterror effects are good and all, but like this makes it like 10 times better, and this lets you dodge like board wipes, and you summon Archer when they try to Regeki you, and I got Regeki'd a lot this weekend, but yeah, and then so I think the best behemoth in my opinion was Immistrix. This is the main point of disruption with that you get from Subterrors, and then I also play 2 Stalagmo, and Stalagmo is like what helps you get there with the combo, and instead of summoning Immistrix, because this is more of like an offense card, this is more of like a setup card. And so when you pop your Archer with your own Trident while you're comboing, you summon this, and then if you have Hidden City, you flip it up, discard like a Nemesis Warrior or something, draw 2 more cards. And so you plus really hard with the combo, and then you also have this on top of it, and then if you like have Hidden City then and have this face down, it like protects your Giant from just getting like run over by a Terratop or something like that. So yeah, and then the last behemoth I played was 1 Stego Kraken. This has been like MVP like the whole weekend. I just end phase if I have Archer, if I have Warrior and maybe like a Lithogasm or something like that. I know I'm saying that wrong, but no one knows how to pronounce that True King. But if I have the Litho True King, I tribute Warrior and the True King end phase, summon this. And then there's also another card that I play that lets you flip on your opponent's turn, and then you pop a back row, your turn, you flip face down, you can flip up, chain link 1, target a back row, chain link 2 of Warrior to summon. And so you really clear out back row and you just start winning from there, because if you're stopping Pure Zoo, for example, in their plays, and they just set 3 back row. Also, their back row like doesn't really hurt this deck at all. Like D-Barrier doesn't do anything, really, because you could play through D-Barrier. This plays around Strike with Warrior, so you just start winning at that point. And then for a Zoo, I just play 2 Rat and 2 Whiptail in the main. This is like actually a really good ratio. I didn't need any more Whiptail. I didn't want to play 1 because the second one would come up. Also, just being able to search this off of Broad Bowl just to have an extra Earth target for the True King, just sometimes is relevant, and it just got me there. This like little engine works perfectly with Subterrors. And speaking of like the MVP of all the weekend was this True King. You're able to pop your own Archer, and like you're almost always getting its effect off, because you're always destroying 2 Earths. and just banishing Norden first turn. It's just ridiculous. And then for the last little engine, Speedroids. They're like in every deck, but in this deck specifically, it works for both Subterrors and for Zoo. Most of the time I was using this for Zoo, but there would be occasional times where I could make an Invoker and I would summon Nemesis Warrior, or you could also, if you're going second and you know you have a barrage or a secondary play, you could special add a special overlay for Alucard. I was playing Ghost Trick Alucard as a rank 3. I was still playing Totem Bird, but honestly, like, I would cut Totem Bird. I never made it. I would summon Alucard, and then I would pop, like, say a Strike or something, because people make Totem Bird, and that'll stop D-Berry, which doesn't hurt this deck, but like, they will have a Totem Bird, and then you try to make something, and then they strike, and it's like, oh, Totem Bird does absolutely nothing in that situation. And so you'd rather just bait it with Alucard. And then there's other cards I play that I'll show you later with that. And then last two monsters are Black Sheep and Maxi. And then for the spells, we have 3 Hidden City. This gets everything going. This lets your combo first turn, because when you're summoning things off Archer, if say you Dryden pop it or True King pop it, and then you set like a Stalagmo, use this to flip it face up, and then you draw 2. And then this is super good defense. Like, they have to deal with this first. They have to deal with this first, and then deal with the Dryden in defense, because this with like a face down Subterror makes it like, so it just protects Dryden well. And then just 2 terraforming. Honestly, I could have played 3. I kind of missed the 3rd because I didn't see Hidden City as much as I wanted to. Even though like I would combo off a lot, there would just be the times where like, man, if I'm comboing and I draw into Hidden City, it would be lit. But I'm probably gonna play 3 because you need to see the Hidden City. And then 3 Barrage. It just like there's so many starter cards now that like a Terra Top or a Barrage with like a Hidden City just puts insane combos out. And then 3 Instant Fusion. I'll show you the targets for these 2. These, like, you have to play 3. This gets your engine going, or it just like continues your play. It's not just like a Norden target. I'll show you. For the 1-ofs I'm playing 1 Regeki, 1 Book of Moon, and 1 Fusion Sub. I don't have to explain that. This is just good. Archer, its second effect is if I control Subterror, besides Archer, I could attack into a defense position monster, and it shuffles it back into the deck. And so this can help. You could just shuffle back things if you Book a Moon it on their turn. It's just like a good going second card or first card. And worst case scenario, you could book your own things and then just summon the behemoths from hand, but that never came up. And then just Regeki. And then traps, standard 3 strike. This is the best all weekend. Barrier is still good, but right now I think strike's a little more prevalent. And then Torrential, standard, but then Ghost Trick Scare, because I'm playing Ghost Trick Angel Mischief in the extra deck. And so what this card does is it lets you target any number of face down position monsters you control, and then change them face up defense. And then the rest doesn't matter because you have to have Ghost Tricks to book their stuff. But this basically on your opponent's turn, you flip up like an Umastrix, and then you banish one of their cards. And like, if I haven't searched this, and even if I draw this and I say I haven't searched this catches people like completely off guard because they don't expect their stuff to get banished on their turn. So this has been clutch like all week, and no one expects that. And it's searchable, so yeah. And then I'll get to extra deck now. And so for my instant fusion targets, I played 1 Raging, and I played a Norden. Norden's self-explanatory, is like the best card. And then Raging, a lot of people know what it does, know the combo, but you could first turn instant fusion to Raging, and then use this effect on itself, flip it face down, and then all your Subterrors, the behemoths, can summon themselves from the hand if a monster on your side of the field is flipped face down and all of the monsters are face down. So you flip it face down, summon a bunch of behemoths, use their effects to flip face down, summon a bunch of them, and then if like you want to make that play. But this is also just good. Like I would summon it going second. If I didn't need the Norden right away, I would just summon it, like try to book a Trident, and then just bait the Trident basically. So that was really clutch. And then for the Zodiacs, I'm playing standard, just 2 Trident, 2 Raw Bull, and then 1 of each little one. You're just using it mostly for the combo, and so you don't need like extras of these because I'm not playing enough Zoo to make it worth. And then sometimes the second Raw Bull will come up, and then you just make a Giant, like if you're instant fusioning later, and you just make that as like a rank 4 option. And then 2 Emerald. I never really made the second, but it could come up if, especially like say if you get True Kinged and they usually always want to banish like a Norden, Emerald, and like a Trident or something, so it could help playing the second one. And for the rank 4, last rank 4s was Abyss Dweller and Angel of Mischief. This one you could detach material to search Ghost Trick Spell Trap, and so that's how you search the Ghost Trick Scare. And this could and then Abyss Dweller is just good against like dinos and stuff like that, and 60 cards. And then I was playing the Alucard, so you could overlay on top of the Alucard, and so you could get Alucard's effect, pop a card, and then overlay search. So this combo is like insane. Like no one expects it, and it just gives you so much advantage over your opponent. And then for the last 3s, Totem Bird and Invoker. Honestly, I'm just gonna cut Totem Bird after, like, I never wanted to make it ever. I think just Invoker and Alucard was enough. I'm not sure what I would play, maybe another rank 4 or just something else. I just didn't play this at all. I didn't like it. The situations came up where Alucard was just better in every situation, I guess. Side deck, I just play 2 Denko, 2 Ghost Ogre, 2 DD Crow, 2 Lancia, 2 Dark Hole, 2 Twin Twister, 2 Anti-Spell, and then Imperial Order. Most of this stuff was like going second cards, except for the traps, of course, but because I'm already playing all the D-Barrier Strikes, Torrential, bunch of like going first cards, because I didn't play any hand traps in the main, because I'd rather try to, if I go first, make my combos, extend my combos more versus like drawing into hand traps, which I can't use that turn. But I would just go, if I knew I was going second, then I would just side out the going first combo type of cards and then just play board wipes or hand traps depending on the matchup. And this came in clutch against the 60 card negated grass, so it was cool. Anti-spells were really good as well. You're able to draw into these when you're comboing and then flipping Stalagma, drawing 2. You draw so much that you're able to get into your floodgates or just the hand traps that you need. So yeah, a lot of people just overlook this deck. They just hear Subterrors and they're like, oh, like flip monsters, like that's so slow. And everyone, that's the one thing with this deck, is everyone says it's so slow, but it is not. Like almost every match I was making a huge board with like a couple back row. People just don't give this deck the time of day, and they don't look into it. And I'm just trying to find a way to make it good. This is a pretty solid build. I was pretty happy with it. It's going to change next weekend though with the new support. The new support, I think, in my personal opinion, is broken. And there's just different ways to go about the deck. No one knows how to make it yet. Everyone's thinking like True Kings or Zoo or a mix of both. Metal Foes. There's so many different ways to go about it. I personally don't know what I'm going to be playing. I'm going to go to San Diego Regionals next weekend, so I'll see what build I come up with. But yeah, I think all the new support is really broken, and I think this deck's only going to get better. And hopefully people will see more of what they've been overlooking. So yeah, I want to shout out Miles for taking us to the event. Shout out the team, Team Woven. Shout out to Evan. It was his birthday. Happy birthday. He also got top 32. He got 32nd place. So shout outs to him. And yeah, we're going to be posting more videos now. We were on a hiatus, but Nats is coming up. And we're starting to play more. We're starting to test, see different builds. We're going to see I'm gonna see what the best build of Subterrors is. Other people are testing different things, so we'll keep you updated. And this is David from Team Woven signing out.